In this video tutorial, we will be looking at some bar graphs, and so far I've decided to label this video Be a Bar Graph Superstar. There was a video tutorial that was just very general about how to fill in some scaled scores and standard scores in bar graphs. There's another bar graph video tutorial that's more specific. It looks at the phonological processes and narrative analysis bar graphs. And this Be a Bar Graph Superstar video tutorial is going to focus on some more specific tweaks and edits and questions that are coming up about how to use the bar graphs. So I'm going to open up the report, and I'm going to scroll down and click on in the evaluation results area, and I'm going to go up to my auto text, and I'm going to select in the language section, I'm going to select the Self 5 Record Form 1, just for our example. And as a side note, as I'm making this video right now, I don't have any scores in front of me, so I'm just going to play around with some different numbers. They may not be realistic scores, but this is just so you can see how things are done. Alright, so here is our Self 5 auto text. Alright, and we're going to be focusing specifically on the test scaled scores graph and the index standard scores. So, if you remember to edit data within these bar graphs, you're going to click on it. This chart tools populates. You're going to click on Design, and then you'll click on Edit Data. So in this bar graph, we have all of these different subtests to report on, but maybe you didn't do all of them and you want to get them off of this bar graph so that it doesn't show up when you print your report. So we're going to go over how to do that. You can just go ahead and click, like let's say, oh, I didn't do linguistic concepts. You can click on the box and just press delete on your keyboard, and it will remove it from down here. And you can also press delete for the number, and it removes the 0 that was over here. But it leaves this empty space, which, if you're OCD like me, might bother you. So what you can do is highlight those two rows and right-click and press delete, and you'll delete table rows. Now you can see word structure moved up on the list, and it moved over on the graph. Alright, so let's do another one. Let's say you didn't do word classes. You don't have a score to report on that. You can highlight these two right here that you don't want, right click, delete, table rows. And that just disappeared from over here, as well as in your Excel spreadsheet. Alright, so that's kind of a little behind the scenes trick you can do to make some changes to your bar graphs. And then the other thing that I wanted to show you was you can adjust the quantity of items that are here. What you can do is over here in the corner you'll get this double-headed arrow, and you can expand your box. That's changed things a little bit. It looks a little funny. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you. Alright, so you can expand this box again to create more more columns, more spaces for bars. And of course, I've tried to make it so you don't have to expand it any further. If anything, you would just have to delete it. But you can also go in the other direction, and if you go up, Pragmatics profile doesn't show up down here. See this understanding spoken paragraphs? If you click over here with the double-headed arrow and you move up, then that doesn't show up either. So these are two different things that you can do to play around with the bar graphs. You can delete some of these different labels by highlighting, right-clicking, and table rows, delete table rows. And then you can also expand and decrease the field that shows up on your graph. So I hope that this is helpful. I've had some different questions, And I do hope that this is helpful. And if you have any other questions, please let me know. Thanks.